Oh, hello, and welcome to Alexa Does Romance, where my name is Alexa, tells you about a romance book I read, or I do romance. Pretty cool. All right, so the book I'd like to tell you about today is Planet Oster, Fertility Fusion, written by J.L. Logosz and Vera Valentine. Okay, so this book is just a sci-fi delight. It is so sci-fi though, and they did such an amazing job building the world and alien species and like electronics and all sorts of stuff that I literally in some moments was like reading and I was like so into it that all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, this is a romance, because then people started banging and I was like, oh yeah. That's a huge compliment. All right, so this story is about if you haven't guessed from this like amazing cover, about three basically like Easter Bunny aliens. And they're hot. So the pastel blue guy, Easter Bunny alien, is Zool. The pastel yellow one is Zhao. And the pastel pink one is Roz. And they are a trio. So Roz is the Omega. And he actually creates eggs that then either need to be discarded or be put into a beta and then fertilized for the trio to have their kits. Yep. And then Zhao is the yellow one, and he's an alpha, and then so is Zool, the blue one. So there's two alphas and omega, and then they need a beta to actually carry the eggs. So they've been exiled from their home planet. So they're just kind of out in space, doing their thing, ripping people off, transporting stuff. Like, they're just trying to make a living. They're trying to just, we're happy, just the three of us. They are so in love, which is so sweet. But, they do want to have kids. But knowing that they got exiled from their planet, they don't ever plan to ever meet a beta that could potentially carry their eggs. So they're sad about it, but also they're trying to make the best of it. So they're out in space. Cha'ik is, from what I can gather, somewhat human-like. And she's a woman. And she is a badass. Like, she does not need to be saved. She can take care of herself. She's also out in space on her own ship, like doing her own thing. Her ship breaks down and she has to land on a planet. And she's like, okay, well, I guess I'll go to the local bar, maybe like scam some people, get some parts I need, like get out of here. So while she's at the local bar, the three Easter Bunny dudes have also landed on this planet. And all of a sudden, they smell something. Something that smells like burnt sugar? That means there's a beta nearby. So they go to the bar. Turns out Cha'ik is giving off the scent. And that means that she can be a compatible beta to their species. So they end up meeting Cha'ik and making a deal because she needs to get her ship fixed. But most importantly, she's carrying precious cargo that she plans on selling. She has these pods called Lot that for many alien species can be ground up into dust and then used as a drug for people to like get high, have a great time, like do whatever they're going to do. But on the Easter Bunny alien planet, the exact same pods can be turned into food that are then given to the pregnant betas to help them develop their kits and like give them proper nutrients. So the guys are like, hey, what if instead of you selling it to people for drugs, we bring it back to our home planet we're exiled from and we like change everyone's lives because there's a shortage there. So they're like, what if we do that? And we'll actually probably make a bunch of money, make a lot of people happy, like best of both worlds. And Chick's like, let's do it. Why not? What have I got to lose at this point? So she boards their ship. They grab her ship. They grab the lot. They get all set up. And then it's time to go with the next part of their deal, which is that they also were like, we'll do all this for you if you can carry our eggs and have our kids. Again, she's like, okay, sounds fair. Let's do it. So Roz has to transport the eggs from inside of him into her. And that is accomplished through just banging. They just bang it out. It was great. It's so great. So then he gives her the eggs. And also it's really great. The eggs are like glowing. So it's kind of cool. She can constantly like see them in her abdomen. And then they also have to fertilize the eggs. And normally how that is done on their home planet is they ejaculate into a tube, and then what they keep calling it goo, which I just love. And I love the chick the whole time is like, don't call it that. Don't call it that. But they keep calling it goo. But anyway, their goo has to be put inside of her to fertilize the eggs. Use your imagination and read this book to discover how everyone gets their eggs fertilized. It's a delight. So this book is just a fun, interesting sci-fi romp across the galaxy. You meet all sorts of interesting like alien species. You go to different like spaceports and different things. Chick has a pregnancy craving for what is lovingly called tit beast juice. I just had a great time. I was just so happy to be off this planet. I was so happy to be in outer space. So if you like fun sci-fi romance that is heavy on the sci-fi, and you love badass heroines, and you love hot Easter Bunny dudes, this is the book for you, and I hope you enjoy.